Anybody not ready? Okay, here we go.
Hello. Today I want to tell you about a trip I took last year to Thailand. The purpose of the trip was to celebrate a friend's birthday. He was turning 40 and wanted to go on a special trip. So he invited several friends and family members to go on this trip. Altogether, there were 5 of us. At the time, I lived in Washington, D.C., and he and his friends that ended up going lived in Phoenix. So we didn't all fly together. I used miles to fly from Washington, D.C. to Thailand, and I flew from Washington, D.C. to Istanbul, Turkey, and then from Istanbul, Turkey to Bangkok. They flew from Phoenix to Los Angeles to Taiwan to Bangkok. So my trip was really nice because I used miles, so I was able to fly in first class the whole way. So when I arrived, I had arrived pretty refreshed because I was able to sleep on the plane. And I arrived alone, so I took a cab to the hotel and waited for my friends to arrive. Once they got there, we began to explore the city. And we went to different temples, and we also did some nightlife stuff in Bangkok. After spending a few days in Bangkok, we wanted to go to a beach resort. And this is the part of the trip that I actually planned, where we took a flight from Bangkok into a city in the southern part of the country called Phuket. And then from there, we took a ferry ride about an hour outside of Phuket to an island called PP Island. Now, I found out about this island while I was interpreting one day. I had a client who I was talking to, and I was telling him that we were going to Thailand, and he had gone the year before, and he said, if you go to Thailand, you absolutely have to go to PP Island and stay at this resort hotel. He said it was really beautiful. He explained that that was one of the islands that was affected in the tsunami a few years back, and they had rebuilt a lot of the island. So with his recommendation, I did some research, and I recommended that we go there. We all decided to go. So it was a bit of a journey to get there. Like I said, we had to take a flight and then a long ferry ride. But once we got there, it was totally worth it. We stayed at this resort where instead of like separate rooms, everybody had their own hut. Now we shared, we only had 2 amongst the 5 of us, but instead of having like a regular hotel room, they were called huts. And there was a beautiful pool where you could, with a swim up bar, and then the whole thing was right on the beach. Because we were still on U.S. time, all of us kept waking up at 4 in the morning and going to bed at 8 o'clock at night. And we woke up one morning and went out, and I stood in the water in the beach about knee deep and watched the sunrise, and it was amazing. It was just one of the most beautiful places I think I've ever been. And being kind of on this remote island, you just really felt, it was very peaceful. It was very peaceful. So we stayed there for a couple days, and then we left and went back to Bangkok. And one of the friends in the group had been to Bangkok before and said that we should go to this really nice restaurant. Now, everything in Bangkok is really cheap for us. $1 gets you 33 baht, which is their currency. And things were really cheap. So we had been eating food for maybe $2, $3, and it was good food too. But he said that this restaurant you could go to, and you could get a really nice steak dinner for maybe $30 or $40. Something that maybe here would cost you $50 or $60. So we made reservations and we went to this restaurant, and it's on the top of a skyscraper in downtown Bangkok. So we got there and we were seated and we opened the menu, and either my friend who recommended we go there didn't remember correctly the prices, or the prices had significantly changed since the last time he was there. But everything was super expensive. We ended up staying and eating there, and our bill came, now, it was crazy, but 44,000 baht, which came out to about $1,500. It's the most expensive meal I've ever had. Now, what ended up happening was my friends all drank a lot of wine, ordered appetizers, desserts. So the bill really started to go up, I think mostly because of the alcohol. But we were all kind of blown away by this, considering we weren't expecting to spend that kind of money. Later, I realized, and somebody had told me, that restaurant is the restaurant where, I think in the Hangover movie, Hangover 2, they filmed a scene. So maybe that's why the prices were more expensive. I don't know. But I would recommend anybody that goes to Bangkok to go there, because they also have a bar on the rooftop, and just go to the bar, have a drink, enjoy the views, and then leave before all of your money goes out the window. So that was our trip. It was a great experience. I think that Thailand is a place I'd like to go back and visit some more. And if you ever go to Thailand, you should definitely go to Phi Phi Island. All right. Thanks a lot. Bye.